Hey, good morning and happy Tuesday, although it's probably not Tuesday for you. I didn't film at all yesterday because I was in a right grump, but more on that later, because first I just want to say thank you so much for your support in the launch last week. Oh my god, I was on cloud nine. After I finished filming the vlog and said goodbye, I was like, I'm just buzzing with adrenaline. I have all this energy and I need to get it out. So I went on TikTok live and it was so much fun. I had real-time stack open like I did last week, and I kept showing people like when they were walking into the shop, and we were sitting there waiting for it to go cha-ching when people checked out, and it was just a really good fun afternoon. So thank you so much for anyone who watched that live. It was completely unprompted. I didn't even know I was going to do it myself until I just grabbed my phone and opened it up. So I didn't advertise it obviously, but yeah, it was really good fun and I'm really glad I did it. I ended up getting I sold 17 colouring books, which is amazing. I'm really happy with it. It has slowed completely down now. It's come to a complete stop. I haven't had any orders since the launch, but it is what it is. I've got a couple of real life events that I've booked, and yeah, hopefully I can just hold on to them and they will slowly start to sell. Obviously I will be posting them on social media a lot more, colouring in and stuff. Right now I feel quite burned out with it, so I'm just taking a little break. And speaking of burnout, I think that is why yesterday I was just in such a grump. I woke up so tired. So on Friday I had the launch. Saturday I hosted my best friend's baby shower. It was a lot of fun. Only I think, well, 4 of us were there for most of it, and then a 5th joined a bit later on. We played some games, but obviously as I arranged it, I was kind of hosting it and leading anyone, so I had to be quite social and chatty, and socialising drains me a little bit. I think the only people in my life that I don't get drained really socialising with are my husband, my mum and Tilly, my best friend. And yeah, so there were other people obviously there, and it just meant that I had to be, you know, put on my chatty sociable self. Then on Sunday we went to Just Jovi, which is a Bon Jovi tribute band. Honestly, I'm not that big a fan of Bon Jovi. Like, I don't have anything against them, but they're not someone that I would choose to listen to. I know all their big hits obviously, but my husband really likes Bon Jovi. He saw them live back in the 90s, I think, and when he saw they were coming up, he was like, oh, that sounds like a fun night. So I bought us some tickets to that, and then I messaged my mum saying we were going, and she was like, oh, we're actually going as well for her husband's birthday present. So we decided we'd go out and get them, we'd all go together, and we dropped them home and then came home, and yeah, it was brilliant. They were such a good band. The singer really sounded like Bon Jovi. The guitarist was impeccable. Bass player and keyboardist and drummer, all amazing. Keyboardist looked a little bit like he didn't want to be there, but I said to my husband, I reckon he's just someone who doesn't like to be center of attention, so he just feels a bit self-conscious. But yeah, they were brilliant. They were so good. I'd definitely see them again. But then I woke up Monday morning just so tired. I'm still doing overtime every day at work, at least 2 hours. So on my days on, I'm starting 2 hours early. So yesterday I started 2 hours early. And then on my days off, I'm doing like 4 hours overtime. So like 12 till 4, just to try and get through this project. I don't think it's going to be done by the end of the month. But I'm doing everything I possibly can, and you know, all I can do is my best. Anyway, I was in a grump and I was like, I just don't want to film. I'm just gonna be moody and complain about everything, so there's no point. I had my usual planner call with my best friend, with Tilly, whose baby shower it was, and I left it feeling so much better. Like I say, she's one of the few people in my life that energize me instead of drain me. So I sat down with her, we did some planning, I had a cup of coffee, and I said to her, every sip feels like elixir, like I feel a bit more like myself. And by the end of it, I did feel so much better. So I'm so glad that I just sat down with her for an hour, and like, we're not massively chatty on them all the time. We do obviously chat, but sometimes we just sit quietly and do our planning just together, because obviously it's a long distance friendship, and when you're friends with someone who lives across the road from you or whatever, when you're together you don't always talk, you can just sit in sort of companionable silence, and I like that kind of friendship. So it's nice just to have her there. It's a really good tradition that we do. She's got her baby coming in 4 weeks ish, obviously I don't know exactly when. By the time you see this it will be like 1, 2, I think, hang on, what's the date this Friday? So by the time you see this it will be 2 weeks tomorrow until her due date, which means it's also 2 weeks tomorrow until my son's birthday, so I hope I've got all his presents by then. So obviously we don't know how the calls are gonna go when she's got a newborn, because we're gonna be working to their schedule, of course. But I do hope it's something that we can keep up as much as we can, and we've got some TV shows that we can watch sort of tandem as well if we can't sit down for an hour to plan. So yeah, I just did a lot of talking there, so I need a sip of coffee. So also yesterday while I was at work I thought, I made a list. Let me show you my list, hang on. So using my Tilly Journals B6 that I've talked about before, I'll just show you a close-up of a blank page. This is the Flexible Weekly. I don't know if you can see that on camera or not, but it is divided into 3 columns which are then split in half, so you could do like 6 days to a page or whatever. Anyway, I've decided, I did this last week, I did 1 full page for a week. This week I've done it again, so this is everything I need to make sure that I get done this week. And it just means hopefully I won't forget anything, because I'm feeling just I don't know the word, untethered. So this is tethering me. So I also made a list here of what I need to pack for orders. I'm actually waiting on envelopes still. I talked last week about, or maybe it was on the live, I think I said on the live that I couldn't pack anything because the envelopes weren't here yet. I went into my messages with them. I messaged them and was like, I ordered these 12 days ago and I've got orders to pack from a big launch. And I noticed after I sent the complaint in, it was through eBay, so I opened a case because they weren't even dispatched yet. After I opened that, I looked back and saw that they actually did message me saying, we'll only send it to you if you pay an extra £4 because you're in Orkney. Now, scrolling back a bit further, I actually had the same argument with the same company in December, where I was like, no, it doesn't cost any more to post to Orkney. Just having a postcode surcharge is discriminatory and is ridiculous. I post things myself. When I didn't live in Orkney, I posted things to Orkney. If you use Royal Mail, it costs the same in the UK regardless of where you are, so don't be a douche. So I refused the charge. Last time they just cancelled my order. This time they said, I'll ask my manager if I can waive the charge for you, and I said nope, just cancel it, I don't care. And I've actually ordered, a couple of days ago I ordered, instead of, so what I was waiting on was the boxes, which I will still need to source more of those for larger orders, but I have actually ordered A4 cardboard mailers, and I'm hoping that the colouring books and page protectors speak. I'm hoping that the colouring books and page protectors fit nicely into those. We shall see. I really hope so. It's frustrating because I feel like I always have an issue with packaging after, when it comes to like, if I get a lot of orders, I'm just sitting waiting to be able to pack them. But it is what it is. Living in Orkney, it's just something that we have to sort of come to terms with. So speaking of page protectors, yesterday while I was at work I thought, well, I can get started, and I've got a little list here of things to print. Basically I've done, this is everything to print, and then we've got Silhouette, Cricut, Laminate and others for what needs to be in orders. I haven't put the colouring books themselves on here, so I thought I will go through and I will print all of the page protectors. So I set it all up in my printer and just left it to print in the background while I was working, and that was a terrible idea because every single one, bar one I think, printed wonky in some way or another. I think this card that I got, this one's good, so I have one. I think this card is too thick for my printer. It will go through, but it kept coming up with a message like this. Look at this, this is so frustrating. It's just not quite central. It kept coming up with an error message saying that paper was jammed. So I would quickly like jump down, it wasn't even jammed. That's the thing. I didn't even have to pull anything out. It would get halfway down, say it was jammed, so I would just pull it back to the start position and then it would go through. So yeah, I think what I might do, instead of loading them all, I might have to do it one at a time, and that is going to be more time consuming, but obviously I want the customer to get the best product, so if that's what I have to do, that's what I have to do. I think it doesn't sound like a very sustainable option. It sounds like a lot of work, but realistically, this was, apart from before stalls, this is the only time I'm really going to have to print a lot at once. All the others, it will be as and when. Although, next item on my stream of consciousness is that I've been looking at like A4 binders. So who did I see do it? Someone on TikTok. If I remember, I will write it here. But someone on TikTok I saw were using coin collector wallets of various sizes to store stickers, so I thought that's a really good idea. So I'm gonna order some wallets that have it's A4 wallet with 6 sections, and I will put those in an A4 folder. Then I was thinking, if I get an A4 with 2 sections, I can use it to store my bullet journal sheets and stuff like that. So then I thought maybe I will also just store, because it's a pack of 3 folders anyway, maybe I will get full A4 wallets and store page protectors in there if they will fit. I'm not actually sure saying that because of the laminate. I think they'll be too big, so maybe I won't do that. But yeah, I don't remember my point. Oh, I was gonna say maybe I will like bulk print some stuff then, just to have it in stock. But yeah, I've got a bit of freelance I need to crack on with this morning. I need to do a workout for work. I've got 2 hours before my overtime starts, so I'm going to do an hour of freelance, half an hour workout. I've already done sort of tidying and stuff today, but then I will take the dog out and I don't know, I'll see if I manage to get anything done before I start overtime. I'm more likely to check in with you tomorrow rather than anything else today, but I just wanted to say hi and let you know how my weekend was, because it was a fun weekend, and let you know my plan for this week. So I'll talk to you soon. Okay, it is the same day, but I'm just popping on quickly because I have just received my shop sign from the lovely Colette from Paper Lobster, so I thought I would open this up. Okay, so it comes with this adorable custom tissue paper. It's got her branding and the washi club, which I don't think she runs anymore. I used to be in it until I couldn't afford to justify all my subscriptions. So, but yeah, very cute custom paper. That's cute. So she's just popped in a little card and she shared her QR code for the London Marathon, which she's running. So if anyone, will it focus? If anyone wants to sponsor her for the London Marathon, please do. Oh, moment of truth. I'm so excited. And ta-da! Oh, I love it so much. It's so cute. Look at it. It's just perfect for my branding. That is adorable. Thank you so much, Colette. I am having a day. And it is only 10 to 10 in the morning. So I couldn't make it work with that card for the page protectors. I tried one sheet at a time. It still just would not go through. I think I'm damaging my printer trying. So I'm trying to return that. And then I realized I have thinner card than that already. So I'm trying that. And it printed fine, except these freaking lines at the top. So I've just done a nozzle check and now I'm cleaning the print head. These are just like, why are they so much work? They were absolutely fine. If I had my normal paper, I'd be fine. Which is really frustrating, but of course it got discontinued. I sat down to try and do my Q2 goals and I just looked at it and was like, this is just too overwhelming for this day. So, I don't know. Oh my god, I just realised this matches my cup. I wonder if that cup was sitting next to me when I designed it. Because that was not intentional at all. yeah, I'm just not having a very good day. There's not much more I can say than that, really. I really wanted to get all these printed. I wanted them laminated by now, because I'm very aware it's been 5 days since people ordered anything, and I don't want people to get annoyed that they're waiting. The A4 envelopes should be arriving today, so hopefully they're fine, because if they're not okay, then God knows what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I really need to source some new paper. Hopefully that's that finishing. Okay, so I got the page protectors done finally. However, I'm not super happy with them, because look at the back. Can you see that? They all have these little markings on the back. So some of them I have been able to switch out for ones that I printed for myself. The rest of them I'm gonna go through and refund 20% and just leave a note saying like the back is not, like the front is perfect, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the front, but the back I just don't love that you can see that. So as I pack people's orders, I'm just gonna go through, and if they get a dodge one, I'm gonna put in a free sticker and like full-size sticker, and refund them 20% of their order, because I am just not thrilled with the quality of that, and I think I just need to keep searching for a replacement paper for my badge paper, because I think what I had first was the best and I need that back. So I need to go and do a workout, and then I've got overtime to crack on with, so I'll be back soon or tomorrow, we'll see. So I came up with this idea to do these little things with my thermal printer. It says this would look great on Insta, tag me at Rymermade in your colouring pics for your chance of winning a monthly prize draw. And then it's just got a little Insta logo, but for some reason it's not printing central, and I don't know why, because it's central on the image. My paper seems central. I don't know, I'm not going to put loads of effort into it because it is just like a free little thing, and basically I will just stick that to the inside of the box so that people can remember to tag me. But I just thought it would be fun, and also it would be super cute to have a monthly giveaway, and I can do things like shop credit or maybe free products. I think probably shop credit / points. So yeah, I thought it was just fun. Anyway, I'm gonna crack on. So, little fun fact for you here, but when this shop first started, I called it Sophie G Doodles, and I hate that name so much. I don't remember when, how, or why I changed the name to Rymermade, but my very first stuff in the shop was sold under Sophie G Doodles, and that was on Etsy. So I want to design a Mother's Day card. Obviously Mother's Day is in like 2 weeks, so it's quite late, and I always do this, but it'll be there for next year if nobody buys it. I have an idea in mind, so I thought I'd take you along with me to design it. So let me just show you Procreate. Basically, I'll tell you about the idea first. Also, I think I'm getting ill and I'm not here for it. Also, it's really sunny, and I kind of was like, should I go over to do that idea that I talked about? I can't remember if it was this idea. Can't remember if it was this video or last one, but I wanted to go over to the church gardens and do like a little aesthetic colouring book video out in the sunshine. And I was in the process of making a latte with my coffee machine, which is why I didn't just go out immediately. I was like, oh, I'll sit and have my coffee, and already black clouds are starting to loom in. So I'm glad I did not just head out there, because my colouring book would be ruined. So let me just show you the process of, oh yeah, I was gonna tell you about it. I have in mind like a watercolor vibe. I have the phrase home is where my mum is in my head, and I really want it to be like a super simple cute watercolor. That is not my style. My style is bold, colorful, in your face, so it might not work. It's a style that I'm just not used to. But let's find out together if I can pull this off. Okay, you are kind of wedged between me and the iPad, so I'm sorry if you get jostled. But this is my iPad. Let's open up Procreate. Let me give you a little tour. There's my page protectors. There's Hallie. There's my Patreon banner. If you're not a member of my Patreon, head over. This is for, I made a cake for my mum. Actually no, I didn't. I made a cake for my husband's work and then he forgot to take it to work and it was a Friday, so I was like, well, it's gonna be bad by then, so I took it by Monday, so I took it to my mum's. But this was the label I made just because of allergens and stuff. The colour doesn't show up as well. It was really cute anyway. Anywho, this is a Patreon freebie. If I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. Anyway, that's not what you're here for. Let's just stop going through my Procreate. So, oh, see, I moved the camera. So I have a preset for cards. So I'm going to open up a card, and the very first thing I do whenever I design is I go into sketching and 6B pencil and I make it like a bright blue. And I just sketch something out. So my thought, am I going to be able to do this with a camera there? We will see. My thought is, and this is going to be very rough because I subscribe to the philosophy, make it exist and then make it perfect. So make it exist now, make it perfect later. And I just want like your classic house, 2 up, 2 down vibe, chimney on top. Has my pencil just ran out of battery? Yes, it has. Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna charge my battery. Okay, I think we have got enough charge now, so let's get back to it. So, as I was saying, I wanted to do just like a little sort of white picket fence, not literally, and I want to have a path. Just get some windows. I just want the classic house. I guess three windows, maybe. Maybe not. 3 windows looks a bit odd. I don't know, what do houses look like? Now it looks scared. It's like, ah! Let's get some windows down there. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact. This is, yeah, whatever. So, maybe I should do a little fence. I want the writing to be like, in a circle. So up here, home is, oh, how am I doing the W? I hate W's. Home is where my mum, obviously not laid out exactly right yet. Home is where my mum is, and is that going to be enough? Maybe? I'm just going to move that so it's a bit more, why did you not pick up? Move that so it's a bit more central. Where I've been doing doodles every day, by the way, in my journal, I keep, if I make a mistake, I keep wanting to just like pick it up and move it. Which is crazy. It's amazing how quickly you get used to just doing digital. So home is where my mum is. Maybe even like a few clouds in the sky. I want the colour, this is like a boundary for, I might draw this in red because this is a boundary for the colour. I don't want any design outside of this focal point. Go back to my blue. So yeah, we've got some clouds in the sky. That fence can carry on. And like I say, it's all very make it exist and then make it exist first and make it perfect later. So that's my rough design. Now I'm thinking though, what am I going to do up here? Maybe it doesn't need anything up here. This is, I'm used to just colour and just lots. Okay, I'm like nervous to do this because I'm not a watercolour person at all. I thought I had better watercolour brushes than this. Are they in somewhere else? I might actually go and look at buying some better watercolour brushes because I think the good ones are on my husband's iPad. Maybe. Okay, I'm gonna buy some new brushes. Okay, so I have downloaded a bunch of brushes. Detail brushes, dry and wet, green and paper, which I don't, maybe I could use for a background actually, and some round brushes. I think the round ones might be what I need. I maybe need to have a bit of a practice, but so the house I'm picturing kind of like a cream colour. Just wanted to try the colour. And basically I'm now gonna just turn down the opacity on this base layer. Normally I don't do that, but what is on that layer? I feel like there's writing on there. I'm just gonna delete that layer and see what happens. Nothing happened. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't normally turn down the opacity, but I feel like with watercolour I just need it. And I'm just going to basically trial and error this. Like I said, this is not my usual style. So I guess the house is this kind of... Maybe I need to make the brush bigger. Too big. I'm also like holding the camera right now, so hopefully it's all okay. Okay, I'll make it a bit smaller to finish off that shading. And actually what I might do is just maybe some bricks every so often. It's a bit big. Even smaller. Bit of brickwork. Is that weird? Does that kind of looks like it just has spots. Maybe I'm just not doing a good enough job. If I do that and make sure they're like structured like bricks. Does that look? Maybe. I'm going to play about with this and I'll be back. Okay, so here's my progress, and I just went to change layer and apparently I merged the layers, so I have to completely start again. That's awesome for me. I love that. Okay, I'm making progress, but I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it right now. I think it's okay. I'm going to get started on the roof and then I will show you my next step. Okay, so I actually think she's kind of cute. So I just need to do the lettering and decide, oh, is that? It's kind of off, it's kind of askew, I think. Is it? Maybe I need to rotate the entire picture, hang on. Or maybe just the house. Let me just try just the house. Maybe it's not. I think it's okay. So yeah, I need to do the lettering. So I'm just using, for now, my normal pen, and we'll just try. So it's, let me get the template back. Home is where my mum is. Let's try it. I don't know, like, font wise what I'm going for either. I think just a nice simple, why can't I see it? Oh, I can. Okay, just a nice simple home. That's too much. Home. Not sure how I feel about that. Maybe I need brush lettering. This is what I do every time I have to draw anything. I've got a brush pen here that I like. Let's try this. Yeah, it's a little better. Home. Is maybe a little heart or dot. Heart or dot. Home is, I hate W's. Where? I don't like that W. I'm going to change it, I think. Yeah, that just, I really struggle with W's. Maybe I try like a, I never know like what to do loop wise. Home is where, oh, the camera moved, excellent. Now the W is smaller than the E. Home is where, apparently I just can't letter anymore. Home is where I'm not happy with where. Is it because it's just in the wrong place? Does it need to turn around a bit? Home is where? I'll look at it. It's not big enough, that's the problem. Very annoying. So the word home is just a lot bigger. So yeah, maybe if I do that and then that's possibly better. I want my letters to be like bouncy and curvy. Home is, I think that's now too big. How's the quality if I just size up the word home? It's not on the right curve. Okay, so no, we're not sizing it up. We'll see what it's like once the template is moved, because I think that is affecting things. Home is where? Do I write mum? Do I write mama? I'm going to say mum because I think it's the most universal. My. And do I do something fancy, like bigger for mum? That might be a little much. We like her, but Jesus, come on. Ma. Oh. Ma. Or maybe I do the word mom in a different colour. Let's just do the is. Home is where my mum is. Okay, no. I think it needs to be a bigger brush. And I think I'm going to do the word mum in a different font and everything. So I'm going to do that smaller again. I do this. This is my process. So home is where my mum is. Home is where my is. I'm just going to move that around a bit. And then I'm going to do mum. Nope, that's not the brush I wanted. Nope. What about an outliner? Bit big. I'm gonna do it down here and move it up. I hate it. No, it's not right. That's not what I need. I'm gonna go back to this. Right, we're going back to doing it as mum, like that. No. I will get there one day, I promise. Maybe like this. My mum is. Or do I do it, let's do another layer. I could do it as a literally capitals. Let's take the template away. So there's home is where my mum is, like that. Or there is, let's move this. Home is where my mum, I think it's gotta be that, but I think I will change the colour of the word mum to be maybe like a purple. I feel like that is the most mum colour, like universally mum colour. Not quite happy with it yet. I wish I hadn't deleted it, but I did one before where it ended up like kind of following on. Maybe I'll try it again. That's too thick. My home is where my mum is. I like that. I think colour's not quite right. Maybe this kind of purple? Almost, but it's a little too bright, which is not something I often say. Oh, I didn't do that on a different layer. Let's just delete you. Okay, that might be it. I think I'm gonna just do this. And then I'm gonna, what if, oh, nope, wrong choice. What if I did the background layer as, shit, not that. What if I did this? So like the drop shadow is purple for the other words. Yeah, I quite like that, so I'm going to do that, the same thing here. I'm just going to move it up out of the way so I can see. Oh. I'm going to do that as the bottom layer. Okay. Because I'm me, I kind of feel like there should be more around the side. Maybe if I do like a watercolor wash of, wait, I need to go back to a nice wash, super soft wash, that sounds good, of like this. That's not even big enough. Don't know, what do we think? That seems a little dark. I could do it the pink for the flowers. Everything makes it just not seem quite right. Let's try a yellow. Because that's like sunshine then. Yeah, that's quite cute. And then just darker around the corners. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I think that... No, it's not the finished card. It doesn't feel right. So I think we should do something white. Maybe some stars, dots. Some spots. Maybe some flowers. The yellow doesn't quite look right. I'm going to change it in a sec. I'm just going to lighten it though, I think. I'm just doing these little dots. Just randomly. It is cute, but it's just not quite there. Oh. That's kind of... Yeah, maybe that, you know. Oh, there we go. That's the colour we needed. I really like that. Okay. Do I do any flowers? Let's try. I'm just going to duplicate this layer of flowers. No, I'm not, because it's tiny, thick. I just wanted to see if it was worth... I think I might just do some flowers. So I'm just going to draw those from scratch. What brush did I use? I want to say it was a watercolour liner. And I'm just going to... I did this, coloured them in,
did a second layer, and then I got a darker colour, and then a lighter colour. It's not light enough. What's the time? Oh shit, I've got to start work in like 20 minutes. I guess I'm not doing a workout today. Okay, that's cute. Let's try duplicating. I'm not sure about those, you know. Maybe I don't need any flowers. One more of that colour. And then, can we change it to orange successfully, or does it look weird? It looks okay. I'm not loving the flowers, I might take them out. I think it's just this one, to be fair. I might... Oh shit, sorry, keep knocking the camera. Have them kind of leaving the picture as well. I don't know about that actually. Maybe. Just so it looks like they kind of go, they're just more scattered towards the edges, like they're concentrated in the middle. I should probably put more in the middle if that's the case. I'm just not sure about this. Okay, I think it works. Oh, that wasn't even tucked in. I just activated Siri. Goodbye, go away Siri. It's gonna say something. But yeah, that is my design process anyway. Hope you enjoyed. Are ready, and wow, I'm blown away when I see them all stacked up like this ready for collection. I'm like, oh my god, like it was so good. I think I did better than I even thought I did. So I'm really relieved that the envelopes came today because it's been a week since the launch, so I was so worried people were gonna have to keep waiting. It's been a drama, but we've got them ready to go. People are going to start receiving these soon, and that is so exciting. And I just want to say thank you so much again. And if you haven't picked one up, make sure that you do, or there is a printable version if you'd rather that. Anyway, as always, I have to go to work. So I'm going to leave this here. I will talk to you guys next week. I appreciate you all so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the usual fun stuff. I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye!